Good evening, everyone. My name's Debbie Singleton, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I come to you live every Monday evening at 7 p.m. I hope everyone had a great weekend and a great day today. It's warming up here in Arizona. I'm loving it. I'm enjoying this beautiful weather. It's actually, today was supposed to be a cooler day, which only got to be like 79. But the weekend was nice and warm. It was like, I think, 89 degrees, so it's cooled off like 10 degrees today. But I think this week it's supposed to be in the 90s again, which typically for this time of year, that's how warm it is, and I'm loving it. I'm enjoying this weather. So I'm ready for the warm weather to come. Of course, most people don't like when it starts getting into the 90s because then that starts creeping up into the hundreds. But I'm enjoying it, so I'm enjoying the weather. We had such a busy weekend this weekend. We went to the county fair. Well, I don't think I've ever been to the county fair actually, but my husband had some friends that were playing in a band that performed at the county fair, so we went to the county fair and did that. Nothing to write home about. State fair is much more fun, but we just went and watched them perform, so that was a lot of fun. It's something very different to go do. We haven't done that in a really long time. So that was fun. When we were dating many moons ago, we went to the state fair and that was fun. Anyways, but so we did that. And then Saturday night, we went to a 50th birthday party for my sister-in-law, and that was a lot of fun. So I made some cards. I helped my mom make a card, a 50th birthday card. Pardon me. And then I made a different birthday card. So I had, kind of gotten on Pinterest and kind of gotten some ideas to make a 50th birthday card, and her colors were black and gold. So I made some really fun cards. Now, I had to use a lot of old Stampin' Up! Product to make this card. And so I made like a Z card. And then I helped my mom make this pocket envelope card, which was super fun to make with her. So, and good evening, Mom. And my sister-in-law likes this kind of like royal blue color. And so I kind of incorporated that in with the black and the gold color. But I used this stamp, wishing you the happiest of birthdays, is an old stamp that I used. But it was super fun to make this card, to help my mom make this card for her. And then these numbers, I think this number set that I used is still, I think we still have this in the current catalog, but I'm not sure. And then this balloon set is still in the current catalog, but it was really fun to make this. This paper is not, but I use this. This is the paper that's retiring. No, this is blueberry bushel, so this is not retiring. But this is really fun to make. So it's got a pocket here, and then it has these two pockets. And this was really, really fun to make with her. And then my card, I didn't keep a set, but it was a Z card. It was really, really pretty, but that was really fun to make and help my mom make for her. And we had a really fun time. It was a lot of fun. She posted a few pictures today on Facebook and said she had a lot of fun too. So that was really a lot of fun party to go to. It's always fun to have milestone birthdays and celebrate them and enjoy them too. So I was trying to decide what card to do. So I kind of also jumped on Pinterest and I found this lady. She did another fun fold, so that's what I decided to do. Her name is Jan Profit, but she goes by something else when she does her sorry, I just lost my train of thought. When she does her cards, she goes by a different name. That's her name is Jan Profit. So I wanted to give her a shout out that I'm pasting her card, but I made it a little bit different because I used a little bit different colors, and I used a little bit different dimensions, but I wanted to show you is I'm going to show you how to do just the card base, but then I'm going to give you the measurements to do all the layering. So this is the card we're going to make, and it's a birthday card. But first of all, actually, let me show you. So I liked this stamp set. I just really had a bunch of, wasn't really sure how to use this set. It's really pretty. It's called Magnolia Mood. And these are really pretty. You can stamp this. So the set comes with a set of, you can purchase a set of dies with it. And the dies will cut out to this, and this leaf, which is really nice. It just won't cut out this one flower. And then it has some really nice sayings. This happy birthday is beautiful. Can't see it. No, it's not. And then it says, thank you for being you. That's an awesome saying, just instead of just thank you. And then just a note to let you know that you are loved. Really nice sayings that comes with this. And then there's a bunch of dies in here that also come with this that are separate from here. So it comes with 10 dies, and this is only 1, 2, 3, 4. So it has an extra 5 dies to this. So that's really nice. But I just really wasn't sure, so I kind of got on to try to decipher. So I also was trying to think. I know that magnolias come, I think, only in one color, white. People have been using white and pink. Well, I didn't want to use white and pink. So my inspiration was this paper that we got in the celebration that was for free. And the colors in it was this Calypso Coral, and that's what I wanted to use. So that's what I did my card in, was this Calypso Coral. And so this is the card we're going to make. And I loved how she did this fun fold and this like diagonal cut. So I'm going to show you how to do this diagonal cut. It's really easy. And then the steps to do your layering. So all you do is you take your typical 11-inch paper and cut it at 4 1/4, and then you score it by 5 1/2. And once you've got that scored, then you just need to make your, So now I need to make the diagonal. So at the top, starting out on the left, let me change this so this is not just me up here. There we go. So from your score line, you've already scored it at 5 1/2. So we're going to go from the left-hand side, and you can take a pencil. You can erase it. So way up here at the top, we're going to make a little tick mark up here, and we're going to do that at 3 3/4. Mark it 3 3/4. 3 3/4. And my little ruler here tells me that, because I would have no idea. And then at the bottom, we're going to make another mark, and we're going to mark that at 1 1/4. Okay. Now, once we have those two little lines, then we're going to take our trimmer. Okay. And you are going to, you can't tell, but here's one little line, and here's the other little line. So you're going to take your little line, and you're going to put it inside this little groove here. So there's the line. We're going to make sure that it lines up inside. And then your other line down here. So we're going to turn the paper, and you're going to put the other line that you made down in here and make sure this line is up here. So you're going to make sure that both lines are inside the grooves. And then I like to start it just about in the middle of the paper and then go up and down. All right, so now we have that's our line right there. Okay, so now we have started our little, okay. So then you just take the rest of your cards, pieces, which I already have all cut. So then your next piece, okay, so then your next piece here, you make your piece, your first layer is going to be 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And then you start from the left side and you measure and you make a tick mark at 3 5/8 at the top and 1 1/8 at the bottom. And then you cut it just like I just showed you. And then your layer on the top, which I used, so this was wild wheat. And then this is going to be clips of coral. And you make that 5 1/4 by 4. And then you make a tick mark at 3 1/2. And at the bottom, you make it at 1, and then you cut that. And so now we have our pieces that are going to all fit together. They're going to all fit like this. They're all going to fit just like that. Okay. So now we can, there's this little gnat in here driving me crazy. So now we can glue all these together because this is just going to all glue together. Okay, so we can glue this on. We're going to just actually just put this all together is what we're going to do. And they're all 1/8 of an inch, basically. So, and I used this little mat because this is our silicone mat, just because I didn't want to get glue everywhere. I'm using such tiny little spaces. It was just easier. That one. Now we can put this one on this one. It's really an easy card to make. Once you get all the measurements aligned, you get this all lined up, and they're just all tiny little. All right. Now I can erase all these little tick marks so that they're not on there. You don't see them. And now you can see all these colors. I just really like these colors mixed together. All right, so now on the inside, I did one extra layer. I did the white layer so that I could put the stamp the happy birthday on there. So I'm not going to adhere the white layer, but I'm going to adhere these 2 layers and then this layer. So this wild wheat layer on the inside is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. The Calypso Coral is 5 1/4 by 4. So we can adhere these 2, and again, the same, basically the same as the other outside layers. We're just not cutting them. So we can adhere these. And then this is going to be quite a tight squeeze onto this one, but that's okay. And you could cut it a little, you could cut it down a little bit more if you want. Just make sure that you cut the others down as well. I see it's quite a tight squeeze in here. But you just really want just a little bit of the edges. Okay. Now, I'm going to fold this over. Now I'm going to lay the white piece inside here because I want to give it, I want to see just where I want this to lay. Okay, so then what I did was there's a die. There's not a stamp, but just a die that cuts this beautiful flower out. So this is going to go on out here. This is going to get on here. But I'm going to stamp the happy birthday here. Now there's a die that you stamp this, and then there's a stamp that you stamp this, and then you die cut that out. So I wanted this to go behind here like so. So this kind of just complements that. You could just stamp that on there if you want, but I didn't want it just to be stamped on there. I wanted it to be die cut as well, just to give it some dimension. So now I'm going to give it a little bit more dimension, and I'm going to put dimensionals on there because you know me and you know that I like dimensionals. So now when I did this, I did not put dimensionals on this piece. So I was wondering if maybe I wanted to put dimensionals on that, because that also might be kind of nice to have dimensionals on. So I'm going to put that there, and I'm thinking I might want to add and put some dimensionals, because I just glued this on. So I might add some dimensionals to this. And so that will be popped up as well. And then that will just sit on there. So I think I might add some dimensionals to this little guy. See if I can do that so they don't show, if that works. Yep. So I'm going to put some dimensionals on him. Now I know that this part is the part that's, this is the part that's going to show down here. So I don't need to put dimensionals there. I wonder, let's get my put a mini there. And there. See how this looks. One there. Let's put a half of a mini one right there. Okay. So now let's see where I want to put this. I want to put this. Oops. All right. And open up my okay, so now we're going to I'm going to use this stamp on, because this makes the stamp better. So let's get this all set up again. And my white piece moved because I was moving it all around. All right. All right, so we want to stamp this down here. Okay. So that way over here. Now we can put this on. Take all these off. All right, let's do these. And when you do a live and you just don't know how it's going to look, so hopefully this will look nice. I think when I put that down and I glued it, I just think that it would look better with it being dimensional. So make sure you don't go extend past there. Oh, I think I might like that better. Oh yes, I like that much better. All right, so I like that better, being dimensional. Yes, I do. And then I thought that it needed some bling. It looked kind of plain. So, well, first of all, let's adhere this, because that worked good. So I felt that it needed a little bit of bling. So I got out the, oops. I got out the rhinestone basic. I felt that just gave it enough. Just enough to make it pop. Here we go. Close this before I get my fingers in it. So see, that's an easy card, but I think that it turned out, I agree, Mom. So here's the one without being popped up, but it just gave it a little bit more. This kind of gave it a little bit more depth than the one not being popped up. So that just kind of got smushed, and that was popped up. Since I had popped the other flower up, I think it just looked a little bit better. And then you still have room here to write what you want to write, because you don't want to write something here. So you can write here, but you could stamp another flower if you wanted to. But I thought the plainness, because this is what's so pretty. So that I just thought was such a beautiful card, because this is just gorgeous. But then I liked the colors, all the colors together. So it was a simple card, but it took me a little while to get all the measurements. She'd given the measurements, and the first time it didn't work, so I'm not sure what I did wrong. So I just made my own measurements. So that's why I said I kind of redid it myself. But you could use any of the sayings, of course. You could say, just a note to let you know that you're loved. That would work down here. It would fit down here. You could just rearrange your flower a little bit, or thank you for being you. That would also excuse me, that would also fit. So you could do any one of the sayings, just makes it just beautiful. It could be a thank you card. Or if you want to just say thank you, and you could always take off the for being you, that would fit. So there's so much you could do with this, but I just really liked the Magnolia. It's really, really pretty. So it's one of the online exclusives, so you can purchase it online. It's not in the catalog. I did purchase the new colors that are coming out, so I haven't opened them yet. So I know I'm so glad that you agree. The colors are so pretty. I have taken a peek in the catalog at our brand new colors, and they look amazing, and I can't wait to actually open the new colors and start playing with them. I just haven't done that yet. I don't know if I'll have time yet. I'm getting ready to go away in a couple weeks, so I'm not sure, but I'm going to try to open them and play with them because they look amazing. They look beautiful. So, I think I only ordered one stamp set, maybe two, out of the new catalog, because we get to pre-order before May, which is always so much fun when we get to pre-order. But there's some really cool new stamp sets in there, so I have to pace myself because I'm not allowed to order much. My husband has already been like, "You're ordering too much. You're ordering. You have to dial back." So I got the new colors. They're not stamp sets, so we'll see. So if you need anything, feel free to reach out to me. You can reach me. I put in my contact, which is, of course, dezignitwithdeb@gmail.com or the dezignitwithdeb@stampinup.net. Feel free to reach out to me and I can help you out. Love to help you out. Otherwise, I will see you next Monday. Have a great week and have a great rest of your evening. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye-bye.